sort this out on my own. Without the council. And without you. I have to sort this out on my own. Without the council. And without you.
For generations, a Dyad in the Force.
Hello. How are you? You good? You guys good? Welcome to Dyad in the Force, episode 74. Where we are going to be talking about things. We're just gonna, it says it's a chill vibe Saturday. So whatever you guys want to talk about, we're gonna talk about. And I believe I have a very special guest. One moment, guys. Yes, we are early. It is my dad's birthday, so I'll be grill master today. So I will be AFK for the remainder of the evening. That's why we are early, Connor. And let's see if we can get my Dyad in here. There we go. What up, Choco?
Hello. How's it going? It's
you got lights?
It's dark in here. Yeah. it's a little dark. I think we'll be catching up. We'll be, I think I have to shut this door really quick, but that's all good.
Go handle your business. I'll vamp with the chat.
All right.
Seems like a good day to chill with the Dyad and talk about the wars and the stars. Absolutely, Sith Slayer 684. Thank you for tuning in. Scott Summers 2020. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. Harry P. General Kenobi. Or, if you're a New Hope fan, come here, little friend. Oh, don't worry, he'll be alright. Justin Gaudreau, that's beautiful. There's that beautiful voice, Missy Man. Thank you for the kind words. What's up, CJ? Escape Reality Films. Go follow Escape Reality Films. And Jordy Jedi. Is it Jordy Jedi now? On TikTok? Getting closer and closer to 12 months. Absolutely. Shout out to Connor for being a member for 11 months in a row. Thank you for the birthday wishes from my dad. Knights of the Force, hello. Thank you for tuning in. This feels so strange. I know. Normally I would reschedule any conflicts to like Sunday, but I'm also busy. So I mean, hey, earlier means it's a good thing for everybody across the pond, right?
Earlier is better, right? Because you get to spend the rest of the day doing whatever you need to do. I will be spending the rest of my day sleeping because I still have COVID, and it sucks.
How are you? Are you still just down for the count, like most of the days?
Oh yeah, no. I had this procedure thing where with a with the fluid bag and all that stuff, and I was like, okay, I think this will probably get me over the hump, and it did not. It did not. So,
shout out to Suki. Always welcome to Dyad in the Force. So let us know what you guys want to talk about while we just chill and vibe and talk about Star Wars. I do wanna say, even though I can't speak about it until Tuesday, man, be hype and excited for Brotherhood, because when it comes out on Tuesday, y'all are going to have a great book on your hands. Can't say anything more than that until Tuesday, but Choco, are you did you get your copy?
Nope. I didn't get my copy. It means that they likely sent it to the wrong address again, even though we've already cleared this up.
Well, let me see if I can do something for you. I'm gonna DM you right now and see if that works for you.
But I'm definitely excited for the book when it comes out. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Are you feeling better than the first time, Choco?
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. Okay. So the first time I had it, imagine only being able to breathe in like 15% of what a normal breath is, and trying to subsist off of that. And you can only do that if you're lying flat on your stomach or sitting up. Any other position, can't breathe at all.
Wow.
And when I say that, I mean, if you're going from lying down to sitting up, you can't breathe during that transition. And you're just like, don't pass out, don't pass out, don't pass out. That's what it was like first time.
That sounds rough. But thankfully, yeah. I think this time around, the vaccine is doing at least some legwork here.
The vaccine is doing some legwork. Also, things are not as potent anymore. After the Omicron variant subsided, they let me know that even at the place, they haven't had to send anyone out because of COVID or admit anyone. They're just treating people. So yeah, it's slowly getting better.
Yeah,
but man, this is just lingering. It's just killing me.
I heard that Fauci also said that we are out of the pandemic phase.
That's good.
It's good news. I'm not sure how it changes or affects. I think going forward, normal everyday life, we're all just going to be cognizant of the dangers anyway, which is good, because people in Southeast Asia and Asia proper always wore masks for dust. So it's just, I feel like even though people really hate masks, it should be a standard practice just to kind of if you don't want to get sick at all, it's a good preventative measure. CJ says, definitely worked out. I just wrapped up my show and feels like just flipping to the next great show. Thank you, CJ. And I apologize I was not able to tune in. Is it live? I keep on asking you this and I keep on forgetting if it's live, but I'm pretty sure it's live on Twitch. I'm pretty sad I didn't get an arc, but maybe Shadows of the Sith. Shout out to Chris, Star Wars lawyer, member for 10 months in a row. Shadow of the Sith hype. What about Brotherhood, Chris? Any chance we could see a version of the Knights of Ren in the High Republic? I feel like it's been hinted that they were a legend at some point.
I actually think that the Knights of Ren would be an interesting choice to bring into the High Republic. Not the Knights of Ren, mind you, but someone that senses the shadow, right? That way you can have a Force-sensitive antagonist that is not the Sith and at odds with the Sith, because, they don't get along. Please read Crimson Reign. Y'all, I take it you're caught up, Pep?
Yeah. It is. Yeah, it's it's a great comic run, especially for Kira fans, but also there's a lot of there's so much that connects to Star Wars proper that recontextualizes a lot of things. So definitely read Crimson Reign. Read the precursor, War of the Bounty Hunters. Read all of the comics, please. They're just great.
And read Vader 2020. For the love of God. I'm so excited.
Which is also apt because Charles Soule is now a creative consultant on Lucasfilm, which means, not really, but I like to interpret it as such, which means they're doing High Republic stuff visually, and they need like a Luminous author, and it wouldn't be a surprise to me that more authors from Luminous join like certain ranks within Lucasfilm so that they could make sure that the High Republic goes in a direction that is amiable and they don't have another Eclipse type of situation. Let's see here. Hello friends watching while working on my Celebration cosplay. Brooke Dazzler. Thank you for tuning in, as I call her, Brooke Dazzler. Don't forget to go to this right here, if I could find it. Not that. Not that at all.
Well, join Squadron 7 though.
Yes. Join Squadron 7. Choco just finished his Harry Potter watch along. Finally, Deathly Hallows Part 2.
First time, yeah. So now I can say that I am a Potterhead. I don't know.
I believe that's it. But this is what I meant to put up. farfarawayfactory.com. Look at all of that amazing merch. And if you're going to Celebration, let Brooke know. And we'll see how that changes things for you guys in terms of getting some merch from her store. Let's see here. It's in the endemic phase now, which is what stuff like the flu is in. It just means it's something we are going to have to live with from now on. Yeah, that's how I figure it. Flu shots, COVID boosters every year, or every 6 months, depending. Chris says, Element, you know where my loyalties lie? Yeah, of course I know why you're hyped for Shadow of the Sith, but there's no reason you can't be hyped for both, because they're not coming out at the same time. They're not competing for your attention.
Yeah, that's like saying, like you can't watch Moon Knight because you want to watch the next show that comes. You can watch both,
Absolutely. Man, I can't be excited for Doctor Strange because Guardians of the Galaxy is what I like that one better. Just busting your chops, Chris. When do you think we will get the Droids show? And do you think it'll be the same animation as Visions? No, I think it's going to be like 3D. Well, there was some 3D in Visions too, but I don't think it's going to be like anime.
Yeah, you can't say it's going to be the same type of animation because there is many different studios that worked on Visions.
Yeah.
But I'm curious with I think what it's gonna end up depending on is what their true target demographic is. If it's like a kid show or a family show, you know, what's the subject matter? For some reason, I assumed it would be like a little kid show, and so I pictured really like big and colorful, but that may not be it. Also, I would love it if we got something that's like WALL-E, but in Star Wars, you know? That'd be cool.
You know, the last time I saw the logo treatment for it at the Investors Day meeting, or the Investors Day, like the treatment was reminiscent of like Wreck-It Ralph and WALL-E, like with big blocky letters. So, I mean, it might be geared towards that segment. But I'm always down. I don't have any hate for droids. Never underestimate a droid. Also, get ready for Battle of the Dyads, because some prep work is happening. If you don't know what Battle of the Dyads is going to be our version of this year's Trivia Rush. If you remember last year, we had a Trivia Rush. Decided it was going to be an annual thing. Levi Bond won that lightsaber from Master Allen. And we are going to do a Battle of the Dyads this time. It's going to be Jeopardy style, and we're going to have teams of Dyads. Now, of course, Choco and I are recusing ourselves. But, for example, you know, Star Wars lawyer Nicole, Harith and Carter, Luke and Char Char. It's just going to be, you know, people who feel that they are a dyad with someone else. Fern and Julia, perhaps. Brooke, do you have a dyad, or perhaps would your partner be willing to participate with you? Be interesting, because I know you were the #1 seed in the Podwans trivia, and I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit in terms of your Star Wars knowledge.
Brooke's a beast. Brooke is a beast.
So yeah, it's just going to be a fun Jeopardy style, you know, answer in the form of a question. The amount of points you pick from the category is going to be the difficulty. And I kind of like that better because you can kind of strategize around the disparity in your points or the gap. So if your team is down by like 300, you can choose a 300 point question, or you can choose 3 100 point questions to even the gap. So it's you can control the difficulty in that
control
way.
The difficulty and control the topics. So yeah, no excuses.
Absolutely. And just for a little bit of a appetite wetter, or an appetizer. Wow, I completely forgot the single word meant to say to describe whetting your appetite. People in the chat. And now I asked this to CJ, so CJ, you must recuse yourself. What is the first 3 words spoken by Boba Fett in Empire Strikes Back? First one in the chat to get it will receive bragging rights and feel good about themselves for the day.
I believe the first 3 words were, "Are you an angel?"
That's 4 words.
That's 4 words, but I had to. The joke was there, just wafting in the wind.
Yeah. I don't have one, but there's still time. Absolutely, Brooke. I mean, I feel like you would kill it on your own, but definitely it is a team-based contest, so for sure. I mean, it's not, you don't have to have an established dyad. It's kind of like the framing for the team-based aspect. You can pick someone out of like your circle or out of people you know to be your partner. That's fine. It's not just dyads, but you will be known as a dyad after the fact. We need a Netflix documentary of Brooke finding a dyad. I mean, I don't know. I think her dyad would be Boba Fett?
Yeah. Well, some kind of helmet. Get it? Helmet.
Yeah.
Zemo. No, but it would be like The Bachelorette, but with other Star Wars fans. She'd be like, take this Lego figure.
Okay, so according to at least my chat window, Ace Bronx got the question correct. It is as you wish.
No disintegrations.
And I like to think, Knights of the Force, that the first 3 words spoken by Boba Fett in Book of Boba Fett is like a banta. But it's not. That would be cool, though.
Like a bantha. Riding for the very first time. No, we could do something with that.
Yeah, or Luke and Char Char Dyad. I don't think they've self-proclaimed themselves to be a Dyad.
But for all intents and purposes, yes.
Yeah. It's been a bit since I watched Empire Strikes Back. I don't recall. Well, you recalled just later than Ace Bronx. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull another one out for you guys in the chat, just for fun. Ooh. Hold on. Actually, put it in the chat. Out of heroes and villains, which category would you like? And I guess I could do one for you, Choco, since this is just chill vibes. Pick the category.
Let's do let's do movies.
Movies. And what's your from 1 to 500?
Movies for 500.
500. Okay. Cassian Andor has been part of the rebellion since he was this many years old.
Ooh, it's either 8 or 6.
We could do a Kahoot, Connor. I don't have one prepared. And
what is 6 years old?
That is correct. Okay, Knights of the Force, your hero's question is... Han offers to pay Jabba initially an extra how many percent on top of what he owes? And that is just for Knights of the Force. Connor, I have a hero's question for you. This is the Stormtrooper designation for Luke Skywalker in A New Hope. Sith Slayer chose villains. Let's see here. For Sith Slayer. The Empire seeks to reward individuals for any information on Bodhi Rook with this many credits. Okay. This is fun. I like this. So everyone has a question. I do believe, Brooke got it right. It was 6. And Connor got that right. It was 6 years old. East Bronx chose heroes. Well, choose one of them, Knights of the Force. Choose one of those answers. Okay. Ace Bronx, your hero's question. Kira disguises herself on Kessel as the Deputy Assistant Administrator to the Vice Admiral of the Federation of Trade Route Allocation and Monetization using this name. Knights of the Force, 15% is correct. Very well done. Let's see. Connor, 88 was incorrect. That would be TK421. Sith Slayer has not answered his question yet. Okay, Chris wants a villain question. Villain question. This is the name of the First Order Security Bureau agent that turns Tam Rivora.
Oh.
Chaka, do you want English snacks as well? I'm sending some to Pep.
I don't know what. Nearly there. Okay, if the spice for Takis shocked you, I feel like the English snacks might be a little on the plain side.
Sicilier,
no offense.
That is incorrect. They are seeking to reward people 600 credits for information on Bodhi Rook. That's huge.
Sure.
That's a huge bounty. That's not even as much as for Han. Okay, I think we have our questions out so far. We'll let Chris think about that. I don't know what you're thinking of, Sith Slayer. If you guys have any other questions, you can feel free to ask them. We're just chilling right now. But I was looking at some of the panels that they announced for Star Wars Celebration. There's a lot of stuff. First of all, we have the studio showcase where
well done, Chris.
Yes, that is correct. They will be launching a showcase with filmmakers discussing Kenobi, Andor, The Mandalorian, and I'm hoping, since this is an hour and a half showcase, there's more. What do you think they could possibly announce? How dare you give me a resistance question? I had to.
I mean, we're now we still have we got nothing for Andor, right? We don't know anything about it. There's going to be an Andor trailer, right? There has to be. I'm assuming what B Dazzler is saying. I'm assuming there's going to be an early Kenobi screening. I would bet money we would hear something more about just the overall success of the High Republic and having that bleed into what we might, see for the Acolyte. As far as anything else, I'm not certain, but there's just been a lot of stuff that we've been waiting for announcements on. And if I were them, I would have also waited until Star Wars Celebration, where you have the whole day, you have all of the media attention, rather than doing it on Disney Day, when you're competing with Marvel, and you're competing with the only people that can compete with you. Like what? But it's yourself. So I don't know. You don't want to compete with yourself.
Well, I mean, on Thursday at 3 to 4 p.m. on the Galaxy stage is the High Republic for Light and Life. Do you think that's just going to be the books, or do you think if they have any visual media planned for that, the High Republic, it would be there?
I think it'd be announced there if they're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, Christina Ariel is going to be the host. Shout out to Christina Ariel. They are going to have the Luminous authors Claudia Gray, Justina Ireland, DJO, Kevin Scott, and Charles Soule, along with James Waugh and Michael Siglain. All new announcements and reveals from Phase 2 Quest of the Jedi. It's gonna be exciting. There's a lot going on throughout all of these 4 days, including Brooke's favorite panel, the Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary. Some virtual reality with ILM Labs. There's a lot. Audiobook making, Mando Plus, conversation with Favreau and Filoni. Ace Bronx says he's got nothing. The answer was, who is Oksana Florin? Yeah.
Still trying to get a contact for Christina Ariel. We're mutuals on Twitter. I was actually meaning to get her on the show, and it just never happened because she's been very busy.
Yeah.
And then I've forgotten. But yeah, both happens.
Nothing Fallen Order, but there is. Let me see.
There was another game that was announced. We're probably not going to find out more about the project, but the lead on that project is. This is the second time that she's been tapped to go into a Star Wars game, and the first one ended up falling through. But she is the head writer for Naughty Dog. Like she was writing for the Nathan Drake, the Uncharted series.
Is that Amy Hennig?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Amy Hennig is. And this was just announced like a week ago that she's joining another project for. There's another game in the works for Star Wars. I think that's awesome news.
It is awesome news. Just more games in general is awesome news. I do believe there is a panel that's talking about games too.
Yeah. No, action adventure, but with the heavy narrative is like, that's my jam, you know? I love that. And if we get to play like some type of smuggler doing stuff and running around, and yeah, I would really enjoy it.
Tales of the Jedi, Saturday, 2:30 to 3:30, celebration stage with Amy Ratcliffe and Filoni. You know, honestly, I'm disappointed that it is shorts. That's not to say I'm not excited for it, because I watch Force and Destiny and those shorts are awesome. But it would have been fun AF if Tales of the Jedi was like an animated show.
Full on show, yeah. No, I agree. I feel that.
I found where I got that number. Apparently 75k credits is the bounty they put on Bodhi for his capture after they all go to Jeddah. Ah, okay. I wonder if Tales of the Jedi is going to be their canon anthology or Legends like Visions. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, we're going to be there. I'm going to ask Filoni if it's canon.
I would be shocked if it wasn't canon.
I'm going to ask Filoni if it's canon while wearing That's Not Canon shirt. I really want to give him a That's Not Canon shirt. And I hope he wears it. Yeah, there's a 3PO panel with Anthony Daniels, some Del Rey and Penguin Random House panels, Bad Batch Season 2. This is incredible. This is where the fun begins. And then, of course, the closing ceremony. I am super excited. I'm super excited for Celebration. We're going to be meeting a lot of people. And it will be a long time coming. You know, we've been mutuals with a lot of people for going on 2 years now. Met Choco, Xanthi, Camilla, Sawyer. And I'm just excited to meet everyone else. Let's see here. What is your favorite canon novel from each era? So, I'll give you time to think about that, unless you have an answer.
I mean, we can go era for era. I mean, let's start original trilogy.
Original trilogy. Can I say...
For me, it's going to be Lost Stars.
Yeah. Definitely. You know, that was like a brain fart right there. I was going to say New Dawn, but I was like, what is that book? Yeah, it is Lost Stars.
It's just a beautiful read through and through.
I love that. I mean, whenever people bring up the conversation of Star Wars ships, I always say VCX 100. I'm just kidding. I always say that Thane and Sienna deserve to be like right up there, along with Sabe and Tanra. Yeah.
Fully agreed. All right, then we have the prequel trilogy.
That has to be Brotherhood.
Damn it. So at the moment, it's Master and Apprentice. I have a strong feeling that Brotherhood is going to move that needle for me. So we'll definitely have to wait and see. Again, I keep sending myself to the wrong location, even though Del Rey has sent me things many times before. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, can't wait to jump into it.
High Republic. I'm gonna have to. It's going to have to be Midnight Horizon for me. Then Fallen Star. I know Fallen Star emotionally and the story impact is large. I just loved every morsel of lore and information that we got from Midnight Horizon.
And also, everyone in the comments, please be sharing yours for each era as well. We'd love to see. We would love to see that. When we bet, we would love to see that.
His name is Lee. God damn it.
Yeah, for I'm gonna go Rising Storm. I still have such good and fond memories of and the intrigue and that horrible scene with what Markion does to Udi to Udi Dis.
Yes.
And you're like, what is happening? And yes, there were so Fallen Star had so many emotional punches that it just left me raw, like once you're unconscious, the extra punches don't hurt anymore, but this one had just enough. But I also have to shout out Midnight Horizon. All I can say is that book was just really a really special experience to me,
An argument can be made that a book doesn't need to stand on its excitement, but rather the nature of its provocation of thought. And that's why when Fallen Star came out and I was like, oh man, this is up there now. Claudia Gray has done it again. But then I read Midnight Horizon and was like, this is special.
That's really the only way I can describe it. Is it's special. It didn't have me hooked from page one. It actually took me 3 starts in order to really get through all of it. But by the time we were in, and it's off to the races.
Yeah. Chris says The Rising Storm for High Republic, Master and Apprentice prequels, The Riddler. Last Shot.
Riddler's Revenge.
Now, would Last Shot be considered New Republic or sequel? Are we doing a New Republic era?
Yeah, yeah. I was going release order. And then you jumped to High Republic. That's all right.
I mean, I think there's only one New Republic. No, there's Phasma.
Huh? Yeah, we got Phasma, we got Resistance Reborn by Rebecca Roadhouse, something like that. We have Spark of the Resistance. We have Bloodline. We have Cobalt Squadron.
Oh, that's
we have Before the Awakening, and then also you can also count all the Aftermath books. I would, and if we're counting Aftermath, then we also have to count Alphabet Squadron.
Yeah. I mean, I would say Bloodline is my New Republic book. It's just, I enjoyed Cobalt Squadron too, but it's just Claudia Gray just knows how to write for each era, I think. Just like, all right, this is the time we're in. Okay, I got it. Words, and then more words, and then a book happens, and it's magic.
Yeah, I got this. Bloodline is such a beautiful book as well.
Would you honorable mention Alphabet Squadron?
Oh no, I'm gonna say Alphabet Squadron wins it for me. The final book of Alphabet Squadron.
I am still on the first one, so what's your context, really?
It does so much, and it has so much love and care for each and every character that it's curated. The first book really takes you into this new team that's forming, and all of them have secrets, every single one of them. And as this trilogy progresses, we get into the backstory and the history of each and every one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start to get into those same histories for their opponents as well. This wing of TIE pilots that they're going up against, and it's just like, I don't know, it makes me think about war differently altogether. It's just really cool.
I'm excited.
And also it really the way it expands on like what Palpatine's final plans were is also really, really cool.
I'm excited to get into it. I've been had Brotherhood, Ballad and Dagger to read, and then some contract work. I've been pretty busy. I haven't been able to read all. I mean, I'm gonna start reading Darth Plagueis for the Squadron Leader tier of membership. If you are unaware, you can boost your membership to $5 a month, and then you can get me reading books chapter by chapter with breakdowns and recaps. So if you've ever tried to read a book, fallen off, and tried to continue and said, I gotta start back over, you don't have to. You can read it with me chapter by chapter, and that way you'll be able to read books outside of having to commit to them yourselves. I will do all of the legwork, and you guys will just come along for the ride. Claudia Gray is probably my favorite Star Wars author. I'd say so, yes. I'd say DJO has skyrocketed to.
Right.
Like, to be honest, frankly, largely unknown to me before Last Shot, and I am enjoying Ballad and Dagger. I've enjoyed his books in High Republic, and he is the top. He's on the top there with Claudia Gray, and a lot of the Luminous authors are just like, they inhabit the same top tier space. So for the sequel trilogy. I might have to go with the Last Jedi novelization.
So if we're, I mean, I kind of consider that as just part of the whole, New Republic era, because some of those books were like direct film tie-ins or in between the films.
Oh yeah, like Journey 2.
Yeah, but if we're gonna say like specifically within the span of the like year of the sequels, then I would go with Resistance Reborn.
There's not a lot within that year.
Yeah, within that year, there's only that's Cobalt Squadron and that's Spark of the Resistance Reborn
Before the
Awakening, and Canto Bight.
Oh, that's right. I gotta read Canto Bight. Oh man.
You don't have to, but
I'm going to. I'm compiling my own Star Wars Bible, which is basically my own Wikipedia. Which will be for internal uses only. I'm coming for you. They are all great for different reasons. Yes, I personally enjoy Claudia's character work, Justina Ireland's character work, DJO's prose. Always like just such a real way of writing prose. And oftentimes the example I give to people when they ask what's considered good prose, he just writes the truth, and it's almost as if like I have to inhabit his voice when I read some of his prose, because like, yeah, it's just that natural. Mine is probably the Rise of Skywalker novelization because of how much more it's able to cover and include. Yes, especially with the Sith. All the okay, so it's no secret that The Last Jedi is my favorite film in the sequels, but The Force Awakens is like middling and The Rise of Skywalker is bottom tier, but all the novelizations are top tier. They really expound upon, they really improve on everything that's missing from the movies, and just like, even though we can't get like 6-hour, 5-hour movies, if the novelizations were in the movies 1-to-1, I would say a lot more people would have liked the sequel trilogy. I can't really account for everyone's unique sensibilities, but I
think it's more accounting for bias.
Yeah, I mean, so I can't really speak to people's own unique perspective on what makes them like a movie, but I think that a lot of the valid criticisms that I have with the sequels is alleviated by the novelizations, and so that makes it that much better for me, including The Rise of Skywalker. But I mean, this is why I will encourage everyone to read the novelizations, because there's always more to glean from the movies that you know visually. Like, you know, for the longest time, people have argued that Luke just lashed out and he was trying to defend Leia. But not a lot of people know that canonically he was in fact using the dark side. And that's like, you know, inner dialogue and insight that you don't get from just, I mean, of course you can infer from the look of his face that he is angry, but it's always fun to have that stuff, you know, to read that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, as great as the actors that we've gotten are, it's just not a match for internal dialogue. You can hear, they actually tell you what they were thinking in this given moment, and that's just like, that's indescribable detail. You know, all these actors try to put it on their faces, and it gets, you know, debatable. Was he doing this? Was he just constipated? I don't know, but like, you can actually look in their mind and pull out the information, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and that's why, say what you will about Chaos Walking, Chaos Rising, Chaos Walking.
Yeah. The movie with Tom Holland,
Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley.
Chaos Walking. The premise that you could hear everyone's thoughts at all times. It kind of visually represented a book to me. Just hearing everyone's thoughts as they were acting, as they were doing things. And it was an interesting concept, to say the least. But novelizations for sure help you understand the broader picture of everything you see in the movies. Yeah. That's
Agreed.
I mean, that's it for that one. Do we have any? Okay, what's your favorite book for anthologies?
For the anthologies, it has to be from a certain point of view. Empire Strikes Back. I will say the A New Hope one had a few stories that were just incredible, but story for story, Empire Strikes Back, I think, was just a superior book.
Is there a specific one? Which is what I was essentially asking. A specific story from the anthologies. So, I mean, if you need
if
to
you're looking for a specific one,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Mine's from Dark Legends. It's The Gilded Cage. With Darth Kaldoth and the Night Sisters. I'm just gonna echo this really quickly. We need more Night Sister stuff too. More Darkside stuff in general.
Yeah, there was a Night Sister from that specific tribe that was destroyed, that escaped off world, and that was the only original story in Clone Wars Stories of Light and Dark. So I do think we can, and she took another little girl with her, which was kind of strange, but like when you read the story, it makes sense. Like she's better off with this Night Sister than with her family. But yeah, if we're talking single story though, then I gotta go back to Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray, which is Qui-Gon. The short story, Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray, and from a certain point of view, A New Hope. And this is Qui-Gon, from his perspective, separating himself from his Force ghost, from the will of the Force, separating it, reconstituting his body, and visiting Obi-Wan, and having one last conversation before the events of A New Hope starts. And he's talking to Obi-Wan, and he knows Obi-Wan's going to join him in the Force soon. And it's just like the way it's written was just like so ethereal and beautiful.
It's a great story. Chris has never read From a Certain Point of View. I would highly recommend these stories. They are canon, and it's just a quicker consume of material. You don't have to read the whole book. If you like to read like a chapter a day as a rule of thumb, that's literally one story from those books, like From a Certain Point of View, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Clone Wars, Stories of Light and Dark, Dark Legends. All of these, like every single chapter is an isolated story in and of itself. So I highly recommend it. If you have time, like an hour out of the day, at the end of the day, to just kind of read one of the stories, and then you follow through for like a month, you'll have read the entire book, but you'll have so many stories to pull from. Sith Slayer 684 asks, who would you say is your favorite characters that have only appeared in canon novels? Only going on the books I've read so far, mine are Yahara Wick and Pax Marifer. Yes, that would be on top of, that would be quite close to the top of Choco's list. I think from the books only,
Admiral Ray Sloan, love her. Mr. Bones, Sinjir Rathvelis, Ransom Casterfo. Oh, there's so many great people.
Yeah, And you have
Count
to choose your
Vidian.
favorite. Oh, he's had characters. Okay. I'll go with my top 5, which would be Orla Jareni, Vernestra Rowe, Ram Jomaram. Wow, they're all High Republic. Zine Morala and Wreath Silas. No. Wreath Silas is 6. Avar Chris. There's a lot of adventures in there.
If we're doing top 5, I'm gonna say Emmerich Kafter. I'm gonna go with Sinjir Rathvelis. I'm gonna go with nope, there was an appearance. I'm gonna go with Erica Quell. Major Soren Keys. I don't know why, I just love that guy. And last but not least, we'll go with Vanessa Rowe.
Nice. Now, if this was all of media, Sabe would be in my top 3 for sure. But just
Sabe's in A New Hope.
Yeah.
I mean, not A New Hope, but Phantom Menace.
She was?
She's not. She was kicking around the galaxy then.
Yeah. Let's see. If we're going, okay. You guys will know soon enough. And this is, you guys will know on Tuesday if you read it. But for sure, a top 10 for me is a character named Rube Cornum. But I can't say anything other than that. So, with that said, we are running out of time. I know this was a very short episode. Apologies to everyone in the chat. I am always the grill master at our gatherings, so I must depart and to prepare. And of course, Choco is feeling under the weather, so let's not keep him from the sleeps.
I feel like death.
Yeah, final thoughts, Choco. Anything you have to announce for next week's High Ground?
Yeah, so next week on the High Ground, I'm going to have some of the people that are going to be going to Star Wars Celebration and hanging out, having a good time. You know, I would like to try and get as many people connected as we can going into it, so that you have faces, you've interacted, we see each other, and we're just building that community bigger. So that's what we're going to be doing this week on the High Ground.
Awesome. I think more episodes like this where it's just kind of unplanned. For some reason, this worked out rather well. Because I honestly was so busy this week, I couldn't for the life of me just look up news. But I mean, I feel like everybody's, keeping up in their own way. I'm talking to the Star Wars guest, bro. Basically, you're saying for everyone to read Brotherhood. LOL. Yes. But thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Chill Vibes Saturday episode of Dyad and the Force. I promise next week we will have something more substantial for you guys, unless Choco gets COVID again. But
it's once a year.
But as always, a shout out to our Squadron 7 members, without which we could not continue on a weekly basis to do this show. And also a special shout out to Jonathan Politz, who is our first squadron leader in terms of membership tier. I will have to contact him to find out if Darth Plagueis is the book that he wants to read. Oh, you missed it, Pi. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we are earlier this week because of my father's birthday. So, yeah, it's earlier than 5 p.m. Apologies if you did not know, or I should probably get better at announcing it on Twitter and just every day. But yeah, thank you to Squadron 7 members. Thank you for your support and for tuning in, and for everyone else here who participated in the pre-Battle of the Dyads Jeopardy questionnaire. Yeah, I believe that's it. On to the next one.
For Light and for Life.
Shout out to Connor with the Squadron 7 membership. We are all the Republic.
And may the Force be with you, always.
Do or do not. There is no try. Do or do not. There is no try. Do or do not. There is no try.